Friends, hello. I hope you are well. I really do mean that. Let's talk about Sofi. So first off, this is a huge play. This is a situation that is unfolding as we speak. Some of you may know, some of you may not know, but let's kind of break down what's going on here. So first off, to say this, if you don't know, here's what you need to know. The bread and butter basis of how Sofi makes a good portion of their money is off their student loan program. So obviously, when people start paying their student loans back here, which looks like it's going to be in the beginning of August, September here, it could get pushed back one more month. This could be huge for Sofi. It could be huge. Now, does it mean this is going to be like a $20, $50 stock? No, that's not what we're saying. But potentially this running to a $10 to $15 just off the basis of news alone there's a high potential on that. So breaking down what is happening right now, the court has just killed Biden's plan, his bill to give $10,000 to $20,000 in forgiveness of student loan debt. That happened just within hours. Then Biden has just come out saying he's going to continue to push. There's no real plan agenda what's going to happen other than him saying that he's going to try his best. So obviously the Republicans in control of the House are using this. We'll be blaming Biden. Biden's blaming the Republicans. It's just more fighting. Here we go. And the general person is just pissed off right now because, we've given trillions of dollars to Ukraine and a war effort that's really getting us nowhere. And people are just pissed that they can't get anything. Now, Democrats are even putting out on the table that they want to bring back the child package that we saw through COVID, where they will let you take out your tax refund throughout the months from a child from, an infant to 18, which I think it's like $250 per child. So these are all things that are being talked about. Obviously, the Dems, they are really upset about this because this is a huge issue for Biden right now. I'm not trying to talk politics, but this all goes right into the stock market and what's going to potentially be happening here and how to make your moves in the market to make big gains here off of it. The Democrats are upset because this was a huge thing that Biden needed to hopefully win the election here. And this does not look good for Biden. This could really damage him for people that were hoping that he was going to do this, which, let's be honest, we knew he was never going to do this. There's just no way this bill was ever going to pass, especially with Republicans holding the House right now. So Biden is saying that he's going to still do it somehow, but there's no way this is going to happen. They could even take it to the courts again, but, time-wise, nothing's ever going to happen. So it's done. Now, here's where things really come into play here with Sofi. Like I said before, time has ran out, and the Department of Education says, starting at least by October, that payments will be due again for your student loans. So that's great if you're buying into companies like Sofi and these other companies that I'll show you that make a lot of money off of student loan processing payments, all that kind of stuff. But also too, economists, a lot of people are worried that this will trip the stock market, trip the financial well-being of Americans, because we're talking about $300, $400 per person making a payment monthly. That is a huge amount of money when people are already broke. So getting down to the Skippy, why have I said all this? I've said all this because more than likely we could see maybe Biden doing some kind of a mandatory one more month push to where the student loan could be halted for 30 more days, but more than likely, friends, I'm gonna just the bare bad news, it's gonna start up again. So if you got student loans, we'll have to start budgeting that out. I don't know how the Biden administration is going to get out of this. I just don't know. They're just going to point fingers. This is a perfect opportunity for Democrats to point fingers at Republicans. Republicans to point fingers at Democrats, and this is pretty much what it's going to be. And we're getting into prime time fighting for the election coming up, and this is going to be this is going to be the number one thing talked about, guaranteed. So with that, the market could take a drastic turn here. It could take a drastic turn where only certain stocks are doing well. because when student loans do start up again, people are not going to be spending money. I mean, you're talking about 50 million people that are going to be paying this, potentially losing their homes, cars, not going out, spending money. So let's talk about SoFi. The stock is sitting at $8.30 here. We'll just round it off right there, round it down. I made a buy-in around $8.60. So I feel good at that area. Now, like I said, I'm not expecting this company, this stock here, to shoot up dramatically. I'm not looking at this as a Palantir play right now, but I am looking at this as if you can get in before August, before these loans start up again. With all the evidence and the breadcrumbs that we have right now, more than likely it is happening. It is coming, it is happening. But this will be good news if you invest in SoFi. You know, it sounds dirty. It is dirty, but it's the stock market. I mean, it is what it is. Now, from here to August, you know, it's going to be really weird what SoFi does here in July, because I think the market could, starting next week, could take a little bit of a tumble with all this news. I mean, this news came out here at the end of the day on a Friday, so the market really didn't have time to react to the news. So next week could really, it could really be interesting what the market is going to do, how it's going to teeter-totter, which way. So with this right now, bullet points on what we're talking. With all that stuff I just said, and now SoFi sitting at this price, I believe this stock will move on just the theory and hype of what is going to be coming down the chamber here if loans start back up and it starts to adjust their new quarterlies. This company is already doing well with cash. It's already doing well with quarterlies. It's already a really well-oiled run machine of a company. So this will be a huge deal for them. This is why the company, the stock, has taken such a tumble, because when COVID hit and, you know, loans were paused, the company they lost a portion of their income. If we're going to play the market, we have to play it smart. We have to play it right. I understand how people would say, well, this is kind of dirty. Listen, it may be dirty, but it's just the way it goes. So let me know what you think about SoFi here. I'm excited about it. I think this is going to be a really massive play for investors. Like I said, is the stock worth $15, even $20 as it sits right now? Not exactly. It's potential of what is coming and the hype around it that you may not want to miss out. So do your due diligence. Think about it, friends. Don't put money in it just because I'm talking about it. Really think about what could happen here in the future with SoFi. And listen, they have amazing technology. I didn't even talk about all the other stuff this stock is doing, this company is doing. I mean, my God, we could talk about that for another hour. So friends, I wish you all the best of luck, and I will talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Guys who are the kleptocracies.